Well, after what seems like the longest winter known to man, spring has finally sprung yesterday. So we took the opportunity to come out and catch some carp and try out some new Korum gear. We're at Packington Summers Fishery in Warwickshire on, I believe, Gearys Lake, which is not your typical commercial fishery. It's an old gravel pit and to be honest, lovely looking fisheries. Carp are all over the surface, so the first thing we're going to do is try and get some on the top. We've flicked some floaters out and they're already taking a few. So for a start, I'm going to try this new Korum all-rounder rod. It's a 1.25 pound test curve, available in 11-12 feet. Lovely decals on it, stylish looking rod, and I've teamed it up with a 4,000 feeder reel. And I'm trying one of the new float ready kits. Makes it really easy to set up for control of float. Let's have a go, see if we can catch some carp. A lovely bend to that rod. Come on. Nice soft through action, just what you need for floater fishing. We're using small hooks and light hook links to get the bites on the top. You've got to have some cushion there to absorb these lunges under the rod top. There we go. There's a long fish. Gotcha. Well, there we have it, the first fish of the day. Lovely long common with a bit of ghost in it, I think. More common than ghost, but very long fish. Gave me a good tussle on those new rods, which absorbed every little lunge of the fight and kept that small hook in. Lovely fish. Another piece of tackle that we're putting to the test today is a new Korum fast mat. You've probably not seen anything like this in this size before. A few of the carp markets have started to do this kind of mat. As you can see with the side protection, there's no way that fish can slip out onto any hard banks, completely protected. And on a warm day like this, you can even fill the base with water. It'll hold water. Great idea from Korum. I'll show you more of that later. The first item of terminal tackle we're going to be using today from the new Korum range is the ready float kits. They come pre-set individually per kit on a piece of wire, 3 per pack, and allow you a quick change option with secure fixing for any kind of float rig. Simply take your main line, thread it through the wire loop, double up, pull the components off one by one onto your main line. As so. You can set that gap just as you like. And you can use that with any kind of float rig you like. You can use it with a pellet waggler, typical standard waggler, or in today's instance I'm going to be using a controller float. Just clip that on there. I've got quite a big control at the minute because the fish are a fair way out, so I'm going to be casting a reasonable distance, but if the fish come closer in I can easily change that for a smaller one to create less disturbance simply by unclipping that. And all I'm going to do now is tie a loop in the end of this main line, or you can use a swivel if you so wish. My hook link's going to be looped onto there with another loop, and there you have it, simple as that, ready to go floater rig. Another surface caught little beauty. Can't beat catching carp off the surface when you're watching them sneaking up on the baiting. Usually frustrating, usually boiling hot like it is today at last, but by far the best way of catching them, I think. You can't beat watching the fish that you're catching. And these are on very simple tactics. All I'm using are the Sonobait soily floaters. I'm flicking those out. They're eating those with abandon. A little bit more fussy with the hook baits as usual. And I'm using a 5-pound hook link down to a size 10 hook, quite subtle, because these surface fish, you can see everything silhouetted against the sunlight on the top there, and just that simple controller rig, easy as that.